In this video, we're going to be talking about the Cobra Forged TEC Irons and their one-length iron sets. Let's go putts around.
Hit the ball!
Hey guys, David Folk here. On this channel, we do golf club reviews, geek speak videos, instructional videos, and golf gear videos, just like this one. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. I just want to say how happy I am today to read about the Cobra Forged TEC Irons that came out. And the reason why I'm so happy is that every year I feel like those of us who swing on the right side of the ball, literally the right side, get the shaft when it comes to unique or interesting types of clubs to be played. For instance, the F7 Forged one-length irons. Righties, no problem. Anything for lefties? We got the shaft when it came to that. And, you know, I could barely even find an opportunity to play a Cobra F7 one length because the Cobra rep didn't even bother to give any demos to any of the golf shops near me. As we all know, I actually am very interested in the one length concept and would have loved to try out the F7 irons, but of course not because I'm left-handed. The new Forged TEC Black irons are coming in lefty, not just in the variable length, but I'm happy to report also in left-handed for the one-length iron sets. This is something that I cannot wait to get my hands on. The forged feeling, the one length. We're going to talk about the technology in just a second, but I'll tell you what, it's something that I'm at least quite interested in trying out, getting back the feel of the forged face if I do eventually go with a one-length set. So let's talk about what Cobra is saying about the Forged TEC irons. These ones this year are going to come in black. What Cobra has done is they figured out how to create iron sets for golfers in black without losing the black look as they play throughout seasons. I've played some black sets. I played the Adams CB2s. I played the Adams XTDs. I played quite a few actually black iron sets that I actually really like the look of when you try and hit them. It looks really sharp. But as you play them, the faces wear off, the black begins to fade, and you start seeing the underlying steel beneath it, which I'm not necessarily not liking, but Cobra is saying that it does seem to turn people off to using black clubs, even though they like the look of it. And so they've come up with a unique way to maintain the black look even through seasons of use. So the head of the club is actually made up of a 1025 forged steel, and then they've gone to a 4140 forged carbon steel to maintain the black paint on it so that it doesn't wear off, because the previous face wasn't able to maintain the black look long enough, so they had to switch faces. What they've done is, because of the face and how it feels, they've also inserted a polymer into the club itself, making this what I would call a player's improvement iron, similar to the P790 or the AP3s, where you're going to get more distance out of it, but you're still going to have a little bit smaller offset, a little bit smaller looking club, and you're going to be able to have that feel that everybody's looking for and a little bit more precision than, let's say, a game improvement or super game improvement club. So the trick with any one length iron set is going to be, how do you manage the extremes? How do you manage the 4-iron and how do you manage the pitching wedge at one length? So what Cobra has done to offset this, if they've taken a tungsten rod that put it from heel to toe and they move it based on where they want the center of gravity. Obviously, you want it lower on the 4, 5, 6 irons, trying to help get the ball up in the air, and you want it higher on the 9 pitching wedge, maybe even an 8 iron to try and help curb some of the distance on there, try to help get a little bit more piercing flight and a little bit more spin. This is something that, again, as we talked about many times, is a struggle for every one-length manufacturer, including Cobra, to try and figure out how to get the clubs to go specific yardages swinging at only one length. And so it's a constant battle. It's a constant trial to try and figure out how to make that happen here with the Forged one lengths. It's going to be interesting to see how well these work compared to the F8 one lengths, to really see how it feels, to really see what kind of launching we're going to get, because with a smaller head shape, that means you can't move the center of gravity back further. So it's one of those that you may gain a little bit more launch, but you're going to lose a little bit more spin. So it's going to be interesting to see how they manipulate those characteristics of the center of gravity to promote consistent distance across the club set. They're also looking at putting a True Temper AMT black shaft in there, again trying to go with that black look, the nice clean sharp look that I think looks fantastic. I like the way the AMT looks, I like the way these clubs are looking on the picture, and I'm excited to get these out and trying them, getting some numbers down, as well as trying them on the course if I can get the Cobra rep to actually send me anything, or if I can pick them up from a local golf shop to be able to demo them. These also come with the Cobra Connect from Arcos. I'm very interested to hear if you guys have the F7s or if you guys have the F8s. Are you using the Arcos? I want to hear from you guys to know how well you think it works. Are you enjoying it? Do you use it? Are the stats important? How are you using those as well? I like the idea of embedding this kind of technology into the clubs, but I'd be curious to see, of the people who have F7 or F8, how many use Arcos regularly, keep track of their stats, look at them, and then begin to develop course management, swings, distance control, how well your putting is doing, shots gained for approach shots, those types of numbers. I'd be very curious. Post those down below. Finally, these Forged TEC irons are going to come 5 through gap wedge. They're going to have 7 extra Arcos screw-in adapters for all of your other clubs if you guys need those. And all of this is for the grand price of $1,099.99. So again, the question is, do you need all those sensors? Are you using all those sensors? If you buy these clubs, are you going to be looking at those? That's going to be kind of a question that I just don't know the answer to say if it's worth this price. I look at the tech and I look at what's out there for the player improvement sets, just a variable length. And I think that this is priced at the high end of that versus, let's say, the Ping I200s, the Wilson C300s. The AP3s are right around there. I think the P790s are a little bit below that as well. So it's at the higher end of the range for this. The one links, again, it's kind of a novelty idea. The fact that they make it in lefty is intriguing to me. But for $1,200 with tax out the door, I'm not convinced that that's going to be the best setup for me, especially if there's no 4-iron or 3-iron and I have to go get the Cobra one length utility irons for another $200 a pop. Does this setup make sense, or is this a price range that you guys are interested in purchasing, or has Cobra priced out of the market the Forged TEC Black one lengths for the majority of golfers who may actually just want to try it out? So guys, I appreciate your time. Go ahead and post your comments down below. As always, guys, while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up because YouTube likes that. I look forward to hearing your comments about the value and whether you think this is a novelty or something that a lot of people are going to jump on to the bandwagon of the one length and spend $1,200. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and we'll chat with you next time.